Hello students, welcome to the March 2020 Places in News. In the February month, we have discussed in detail, it's all relatively long video. This one be relatively short one, right? So let's starting with the Kuril Island. So Kuril Island part of the Pacific Ring of Fire, right? So Ring of Fire is some like that only. This is North America, this is South America. So please remember Pacific Ring of Fire, what are the geographical factors behind it, the plates, their movements, all this is a part of your static syllabus, right? So please prepare that on your end. So Kuril Island, the US authority have given a tsunami warning after an earthquake has struck this Russia's Kuril Island. So these islands are administered by the Russians. Okay. So these islands are administered by Russians. However, Japan also claim a part of it. This is the boundary claimed by the Japan. So some sort of Russia-Japan boundary dispute sort of thing is there. Okay. So Russia-Japan war was there in 1905, 1906, 1904, 1905. What is the context? Context was basically the Korean king was there when Japan has occupied this Korean area, sorry. So the Korean king has shifted to Russia. He has taken refuge in Russia, and that is the context, because Russia also wanted to influence the Korean area, okay, Korean peninsula. However, Japan was occupying it. So that was the context behind this war. Okay, so few more locations we'll see around it. First of all, Sea of Ostox, Sakhalin, part of Russia. A lot of oil exploration or gas exploration happens here. Then Kamchatka Peninsula, right? So please remember, they can ask you to arrange it to north to south. Next is Korean Demilitarized Zone, so DMZ. So DMZ, again a part of the Cold War history. Cold War. So Korean War, I hope you have studied in world history, or you will study in world history. So in the Korean War ended with the armistice agreement was signed. There was no peace treaty was signed. So technically it is said both of countries are still at war. There is no peace treaty being signed at DMZ. Okay. So currently this is the area, they have taken some area. This is the demilitarized zone. So this is around 4 kilometer wide and 240 kilometer long. Okay, it is also known as the 38th parallel. Can you tell me more parallels which divide the line? For example, 49th parallel divide US and Canada, right? What divides North Vietnam and South Vietnam? Now they are the unified country, but what divided them? That was 17th parallel. Okay, like that. So please remember, for example, within India, we have seen McMahon line, Radcliffe line, Durand line. So these boundary lines are very important. Once I think UPSC has asked about Radcliffe line, but it was more in the Indian context. So why it was in the news, DMZ? Because Mr. Trump has become the first president of United States because he was there, he was shaking the hands of Kim Jong-un, and then he stepped into the North Korea. Just symbolic gesture, but he became the first president who stepped inside the North Korea. Next, we discuss Republic of Benin. So last time we have discussed Togo country, if you remember. So Benin, Togo, what we have discussed? We have discussed Gulf of Guiana. We've discussed that how Equator and these two coincide at that place. A hub center for piracy, maritime piracy is there, right? The two rivers that we have discussed, Niger River and Volta River, that are there. Then Benin, which is the capital, Porto Novo is the capital, right? In the news because we have extended some sort of line of credit to Benin. Now India diplomatically, just to let you know, in Africa we are trying to get our diplomatic footprints here. Okay, we are having a good presence here in these countries, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, South Africa. However, our presence is relatively shallow on these fronts. So our, what we can say, next diplomatic area in focus in Africa is this West Africa. Okay. Next is English Channel. So last time we have discussed the enclosure dam, right? So in that we have discussed, I told you about English Channel. So English Channel is the busiest shipping route in the world. And that is why we have discussed that one of the problem coming with that enclosure dam is the maritime trade. The maritime trade will suffer. And why it will suffer? Because when you build a dam like that, what will happen to all the trades that is happening? So you have to build some extra facility down there, right? So this is one of the problem the European economy is gonna face. Okay, so English Channel, it separates the island of the Britain from northern France and join North Sea to the Atlantic Sea. This is North Sea. This is what they want to enclose with the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, now one location here is important, that is Strait of Dover. I think it is in the next one. Yes, this is Strait of Dover. So Strait of Dover is this English Channel and North Sea. Okay, this becomes important. Why? In the context of the enclosure dam. Okay, next is Mount Etna. So Mount Etna is this Mount Etna, very famous volcano, also mentioned in your geography NCERT textbooks. So what is the location of Mount Etna? In the Sicily Island. Sicily also you must have read in the Italian unification. Many of the world history references in this lesson, right? It is the tallest active volcano in Europe and a World Heritage Site. Okay, please also see the plate boundary dynamics of this convergent plate between the African plate and the Eurasian plate. Okay, right. Next is Aswan Dam. So last time we have discussed the Renaissance Dam, the great Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Now we discuss Aswan Dam. So this dam is already built, working in Egypt. Now, Egypt, around 96% of the population lives across the Nile River. Nile River only. 96% population. Right? Cairo is one of the very crowded capitals of the world. That is why Egypt president wanted to build a new capital near to Cairo, one of the flagship programs of the Egyptian leadership. Now, along with that, this is Aswan Dam, and the reservoir that is created is the Lake Nasser. Okay, and you must be knowing the Renaissance Dam is more upstream. This is downstream of River Nile. Okay, right. Next, we'll place some India places. First is Gairsan. So Gairsan is also called as Gairsan. I think this is the name of the railway station of the place also. So this place is said to be the new summer capital of the Uttarakhand. So when Uttarakhand was formed in 1998, separated from UP, the Dehradun was the temporary capital. Now the chief minister of Uttarakhand has said that we'll make Gairsan as the new capital of the state. Now within the Uttarakhand there are two regions. First is this Garhwal and second is Kumayu. This is Garhwal, then this is Kumayu. And this Gairsan found at the boundary of both the places. Okay, in the Chamoli district. Right? So it is emerging as a tourist spot connecting the Garhwal with the Kumayu region. If you see within the Garhwal region, many of the hill places, for example, the Gangotri, Yamunotris or Nanda Devi or the Valley of Flower, all these things are here. Right? So there are some difference between the two regions also. For example, Garhwal and Kumayu, some historical differences are there. Just for reference, I am discussing. For example, Kumayu people discuss a festival called Khata Dev. So why they celebrate this festival? They celebrate the defeat of the Garhwali ruler by the Kumayu king. So Kumayu king defeated the Garhwali ruler. Obviously, earlier the concept of the state was not there. It was just the small zones. And the people of the Garhwal and the Kumayu are different in terms of their dialects, in terms of their culture, in terms of their cuisine, in terms of their way of life, right? Then later on, within the British, the differences got more. Why? Because Kumayu became the center of the British activities and Garhwal was the ruled by the native native kings. Okay? Next is Gundi National Park. It is one of the smallest national park we have in India. It is situated within the city. Which city? Chennai. Okay, so within Chennai it is situated. Gundi National Park. Very small national protected area of the Tamil Nadu. 8th smallest in India. Okay, right. Next is Banerhatta National Park. So why it was in the news? Because some ecological sensitive zone, eco-sensitive zone, so some area has been decreased because it is very near to Bangalore city. You can see very clear to Bangalore city. So some controversy was there with respect to its ESZ. Okay, eco-sensitive zones. So some area has been reduced, and that is why it is in the news. In Karnataka, we have already discussed many of the national parks, many of the tiger reserves are there, and especially in the southern edge, southern part. So please remember, in continuity with the Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala, this area itself is very important for our UPSC for the mapping purposes and all the different purposes. This area is very important. So please keep in mind. Next, Polavaram multi-purpose project. So Polavaram multi-purpose project is on the Godavari river, right? So when the reservoir is created, it also takes into account some of the area of the Chhattisgarh and the Odisha also. Okay, so it's a multi-purpose irrigation project. On and off things happen. For example, the new government was formed in Andhra Pradesh, then they infused some money. They will take some reimbursement from the center. It has been declared as a national project in 2014. Okay, it will serve a lot of purpose for the irrigation, right? For example, it will irrigate around 3 lakh hectares of the land, generate some electricity, and many of the places where a lot of water shortage is there. So in 2014, it has been declared as the national project. What you need to remember, in which state it is there, right? And whether it's a national project or not. This much information is relevant for our purpose. The last location that we're going to discuss is Kakinada Hope Island. So this Hope Island is the shape of a tadpole. So this is a tadpole that is here, right? So it is included under the ecotourism site under the Swadesh Darshan scheme. So Swadesh Darshan scheme, we have already discussed in our Ministry of Tourism Affairs, Ministry of Tourism government scheme compilation. If you have not seen that, please do see. So within our Ministry of Tourism, we have discussed Swadesh Darshan scheme in detail. Now this Kakinada Hope Islands have been included in that. What is the location? So first of all, you can see, always see the location in the vicinity of the big cities. So this is with respect to Visakhapatnam, Kakinada, and this is Hope Island. If you remember, we have already discussed Koringa Wildlife Sanctuary. So it is very contiguous to that. Okay, I think it will serve the purpose. Yanam, also the part of Puducherry is also there, right? So this much is relevant for us. So Kakinada Hope Island is there. Okay, one more thing is that Sukhna Lake. So Sukhna Lake is situated within the Chandigarh. This is Haryana. This is Chandigarh. So within Chandigarh it is situated. Because of the some pollution thing, the Punjab and Haryana High Court has declared this as a legal entity. Just like last year, Uttarakhand High Court has declared Ganga and Yamuna as the legal entities. So when it becomes a legal entity, it has its own rights, it has its own responsibilities and duties. Now the people of Chandigarh have been declared as the local parentis. That means similar to parents, to save the lake from the extension. Right? Punjab CM also promises to protect the Lake Sukhna. So this is the location. This is Chandigarh. This is Sukhna Lake. Okay, this Sukhna Wildlife Sanctuary is also there. Right? As I was telling you earlier, Uttarakhand High Court has declared River Yamuna and Ganga as the legal person, enjoying all the rights, duties, and liabilities of a living person. Right? Okay. It's a rain-fed lake located within the Chandigarh, and its catchment area falls both in Punjab and Haryana. So with this, we finish our discussion. I think relatively small session is there. Starting, we discussed with the Kuril Island. So Kuril Island that we discussed, then Korean DMZ that we discussed, then Benin. So many of the West African countries we have discussed. I hope the question, if the tough question they'll ask, they can ask you to arrange east to west, some sort of thing. East to west, they can ask you to arrange capitals or city countries itself. Then English Channel, in the context of the last time that we discussed, Enclosure Dam. Then Strait of Dover, English Channel, North Sea, Mount Etna in Italy, Sicily Island, then High Aswan Dam, in the continuation with the Great Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, then within India, Grandsand, the new summer capital of Uttarakhand, then Gundi National Park, then Banerghatta National Park in Karnataka, then Polavaram multi-purpose project in Andhra Pradesh, and finally last two, Kakinada, that is a toadpole shape island in the news because of the included in the Swadesh Darshan scheme as a ecotourism site, and lastly the Sukhna Lake. Okay, so with this we finish our discussion of March month. So we finish our discussion of our March month, right? March 2020. So we have discussed places in news of 10 months for now, right? So now we will finish everything till March month. Then we will see way forward how we gonna go about it, right? So around I think more than 150 locations that we have already discussed. So what you can do, please download the PDFs from our Telegram channel, and you can revise all the locations from there only. You need to know few things. First of all, their location, their location, the context why they are in news, and that much is relevant for us, right? Whether it be the international ones or the national ones. Just to tell you, there are many locations that I've covered other places also. For example, in the international affairs, I've covered many of the locations, so you can include those also in it. So cumulatively around 150, 160, 170 locations that we have covered. If possible, we'll try to come up with a revision series also, but again, we cannot promise that. Right? So with this, we finish our place in news till March, and we will see you next time with the indexes. Right? Bye bye for now. Thank you, everyone.